The Collegian News, with news anchors Corey Aiken and Samantha Ruiz. This is your weekly webcast update.
The Collegian News is brought to you in part by the Dean of Students Office. The Dean of Students would like to remind you that the deadline to submit a nomination or application packet for the Leadership Ring is 4 p.m. Friday, March 1st. Applications are available at www.utb.edu/ring. For more information, contact the Dean of Students Office at 882-5141.
Hello, UTB TSC students. Welcome back to the Collegian News. I'm Samantha Ruiz.
And I'm Corey Aiken, bringing you this week's top stories. Student Life Director Sergio Martinez will be the Student Government Association's new advisor. Alex Rodriguez fills us in.
During last Tuesday's Student Government Association meeting, Judicial Affairs Coordinator David Marquez announced that he will no longer be an advisor to the SGA and will be replaced by Student Life Director Sergio Martinez. Asked why there was a change, Vice President for Student Affairs Hilda Silva replied,
"We're going through some changes in our division, given the what's going up ahead with our projection in staffing. So I'm asking Mr. Marquez to get involved in some other duties that require a little bit more of his time."
University Scholars Coordinator Heather Olage will remain as an advisor to the SGA. Olage and Martinez can provide the support the SGA needs to move forward, Silva said.
All the changes that are happening within the institution, obviously, no mystery. We're going through separation, transition. There's a lot of big changes coming, and I think our vice president is trying to optimize, SGA, make sure that they don't feel like they're not being supported. At the same time, free up the judicial affairs folks, because with Dean of Students leaving, there's been a lot of demand for those services.
Silva said the role of the advisor is to help advance any projects the SGA is working on while following proper protocol. They also make sure to involve SGA with various other activities on campus as much as possible.
I've been fortunate to serve as advisor for the SGA for about three and a half years or such, and it's been quite a good experience for me. Yeah.
What is one of the best experiences you had advising the SGA?
Well, several. Look, just seeing the students when they come in their early years, and then watch them develop as leaders on this campus and as individuals. The SGA is a really good opportunity for students to grow.
No other business was discussed during the meeting. For the Collegian News, this is Alex Rodriguez.
Samantha, what are some of the incidents reported to campus police this week?
Well, Corey, on January 27th, a man received a criminal trespass warning after a campus police officer discovered he was a registered sex offender. The officer noticed the man's Ford Ranger near the Center for Early Childhood Studies. The man stated that he was with a pavement company that was working in the Catholic diocese next door. The staffs of the Catholic diocese and the Childhood Center were advised of the man's criminal background. The next day, the paving company contacted the director of the Childhood Center and told her that its work in the diocese would be completed that day. A student was arrested on a charge of possession of marijuana on January 30th after a campus police officer smelled marijuana inside an apartment in Casa Bella. The officer found marijuana residue on a student's bed. The student handed a grinder to the officer and told him it had marijuana inside. Later, when the student was being booked in a correctional center, officers there found marijuana wrapped inside the student's pockets. The student was then also charged with having prohibited substances and items in a correctional facility, a third-degree felony.
What's on the minds of students? Here's Alex Rodriguez with this week's segment of I Think.
The I Think question of the week is, how are you observing Lent?
I am observing it in a sense that I want to be a better Catholic this Lenten season. I'd say what I'm giving up, I would try to behave better and maybe eat more healthier.
I'm going to actually not eat meat this Wednesday and this every other Friday is coming up, and I'm gonna go ahead and I want to give up sweets probably.
Well, I'm gonna give up procrastinating, so that I can learn the material better and be prepared for a retest and everything. And I noticed that I do that a lot.
For the Collegian News, this is Alex Rodriguez.
Did you enjoy last week's video on how to make chocolate-covered strawberries? This week, we're going to show you how to speed up your computer.
This week's Borderline Living features historic downtown Brownsville. Collegian photographer Stacy Found takes us there.
Elizabeth Street is the main street in downtown Brownsville. Although there are many empty buildings in downtown Brownsville, many people still shop, eat, or go for a walk there. Pedestrians walk along Elizabeth Street last Wednesday in downtown Brownsville, which is steps away from Mexico. Family and friends gather for breakfast at Tina's Restaurant at 956 East Levy Street. Tina's Restaurant is open from 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. Monday through Saturday and 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. Sunday. People shop for Mexican artisan goods last Thursday at Mercado Juarez, located at the corner of East Elizabeth and 10th Street. The original market is located in Matamoros, Tamaulipas, Mexico. Mercado Juarez is open from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., Monday through Saturday.
In sports, the scores are in for the Jack Brown Memorial Tournament in Laredo, and the UTB-TSC women's golf team came in 6th place. Michelle Espinosa spoke with golf coach Anthony Lopez.
UTB-TSC golfer Eleni Muro scored the best among the women's golf team with a 2-day total of 162 at the Jack Brown Memorial Tournament last Tuesday in Laredo. The women's team placed 6th in the tournament hosted by the Texas A&M International University at the Laredo Country Club. Eleni Muro, a sophomore, tied for 7th place out of 46 players with scores 83-79. The team shot .349 on February 11th and .345 on Tuesday for a total score of .694 through 36 holes.
Overall, the golf was decent. We just need to, for our next tournament, we can't make those types of errors. But, like I'm saying, overall things were good.
Lopez said the team has improved from last year's performance at the same tournament.
Our scores individually and as a team are substantially better. That's what I'm most excited about.
For the Collegian News, this is Michelle Espinosa.
That's all the news for this week. Thank you for joining us.
Don't forget to tune in next week for another edition of the Collegian News.